Okay, coming at y'all with a favorites video. First, I'm gonna talk makeup stuff. Now, as you may know, if you've been following me for a hot minute, I have had a struggle finding mascara that I can use on my like lower lashes where it won't like transfer onto my lower lid. Now, I wish I could say I found like full success, but I got pretty close. So I asked like, does anyone know any cruelty-free vegan mascara that fits my needs? Basically something I can use on my lower lashes where it won't be like giving me just black gook under my eyes. It just always transfers to the bottom lid. So a lot of y'all recommended the Essence Lash Princess waterproof mascara. It's false lash effect mascara. So it doesn't do exactly that, but it's the best one that I've found. It does still give me some transfer. So what I do is I used to just pack powder. I used to pack powder on my under eyes. My skin can't handle that anymore. So I'll put this on my lower lashes. I will take powder like on a brush and I'll coat like the bottom of my eyelashes with translucent powder, like pigment powder, whatever, any type of face powder. So there's less transfer. It's not completely transfer proof, but it definitely helps, and like putting the powder kind of makes it easier to like wipe it off. It is annoying because when you put the powder, then like your lashes like look shorter, but I'm like, you know what, beggars can't be choosers in this situation. A lot of people apparently have luck with this. I think just due to the fact that my lower lashes touch my skin, I think I'm essentially doomed. But I wish my top lashes like had that equivalent of light as my lower lashes. My life would be so much more simple instead of gluing eyelashes onto my face. I just realized my head is cut off. Okay. So yeah, this is the best one that I've found if you have a problem with your mascara transferring onto your lower eyelids. Again, not perfect, but my favorite so far as of now. So enough to where I figured it was worth mentioning. Because I really miss putting mascara on my lower lashes, especially when I do like my wing liner and like the inner corner wing. You need a little something something on your lower lashes. More makeup stuff. All right, let's talk about makeup remover. I became somebody who started using makeup wipes just like for convenience purposes. It was just easy to like grab one and just start like rubbing all the makeup off my face. But I realized like I really was not getting the makeup off like efficiently, and also I was doing like so much pulling and tugging on my skin, and I was creating more waste than I want to make by using so many wipes. So I was like, let me find something that is a little better. And again, I want to mention this also goes along with the mascara I just talked about. I am working toward using only all natural products, or like as natural as possible. And this mascara is not an all natural mascara, and this is not an all natural product that I'm about to talk about either, but it did come up as like paraben free. It says natural on it. It's not natural, but it's like, you know, a little more natural than your typical product. But it's called the Grace and Stella F-Balm This Works Cleansing Balm. And this is basically, it's like a really smooth cream cleanser, I would say, like in a jar. And it literally, when you put it on, it just like starts melting your makeup off, and it's so nice. You don't have to do like a bunch of rubbing and scrubbing. It's super gentle, and my skin feels so like nice and hydrated after I wash it off. And I use it with this, which I want to talk about because this is another favorite. These little, I got these on Amazon. They're just like little face cleansing tools made of silicone. And I like to use this one for the makeup remover because it has this little spatula on the end, so I can just doop, and then I put it around my face, and then I use the one side to rub all my makeup off so I don't have to use my hands. It doesn't get all stuck under my nails. There's not like any bacteria like contamination. I'm just like, yes, it's such a nice, and when you're doing it too, you feel just so like, okay, I'm taking care of myself and I'm taking care of my skin and I'm doing this the right way. I use this to exfoliate my face also. I use this side, and then it has these like little nubs on the side. I'm not using my laptop as a monitor because it was making so much background noise, so hopefully nothing's blurry. I'm trying to see in just my little viewfinder, but this little like nubby thing on the side I really like because I can like kind of get into like the crevices, like crevices, you know, like your nostrils, like the side of your nose, and like even like when I'm taking off my makeup, I can get like into my inner corners of my eye, just rub my eyebrows. And yeah, I don't know, I just really like using this for makeup removing and exfoliating. It feels super nice and it gets the job done. When I'm washing the makeup cleansing balm off, I just use a washcloth, and I just really like these little tools. Plus, like, when you do stuff for yourself and like, I don't know, it just makes you feel better than just like. Okay, let me switch off of beauty related things for a second and talk about my Roomba. So I got a Roomba for Christmas last year, which I can't believe I've had it that long already. I freaking love that thing. My Roomba's name is Ladybug, and this is her. She's very cute. If you don't know, I have issues with my hands and wrists. I talk about it all the time, but anything to reduce the strain on my hands, I would like to try to do that. So my mom had the very thoughtful idea of trying the Roomba, which we had looked at in stores a couple times, and I got mixed reviews from people I was asking about it. And a lot of people said, you know, they just have too much stuff around to make the Roomba like worthwhile for them, because there's just like too much stuff around. So that makes sense. For me, I keep like very few things on my floor. I'm almost like too neat and tidy, not in the sense where I'm like cleaning things constantly, but just everything needs to be in its place and in a place, and I just don't have a lot of extraneous like items around. Most of the things that are on my floor is essentially just, you know, furniture and garbage pails. So I was like, okay, I think the Roomba will be good for me. There was definitely some trial and error. I learned that I have to pick up the canopy on my bed because it tried sucking that thing right down, and I was like, oh my gosh, no. So yeah, just certain things I didn't think about, but yeah, I have to like lift up the canopy and like pick up the wires and stuff, like the phone chargers that are long, and just like I do have quite a few things plugged in, like lights and whatever, air purifier, stuff like that. So all of that has to be picked up. But other than that, I love that thing. And like, you know, if I have a pair of slippers or something out, I have to like move those. Every single week, I use the Roomba, and I just make sure that like those few things are taken care of. There was some trial and error, like a little learning curve for like the robot to kind of figure the house out and stuff like that. And it occasionally has issues, but for the most part, like, it's made my life so much easier. I have a dock upstairs and a dock downstairs. I let it vacuum upstairs, and then I bring it down to charge, and it vacuums it downstairs. And it goes over my rugs. I have a shag rug, like a long shag, like faux fur rug downstairs, and it vacuums that with no problem. It's only ever gotten stuck on it like once or twice, which is really awesome. I'm also gonna insert a video of her on the move. That's another thing about her that I like. She does make people smile. But so yeah, when I was like downloading the software or whatever and setting it up, it said like you could name your Roomba, and I was just sitting there and I'm like, I don't know what to name her. I don't know what to name her. And I'm walking up the stairs thinking about it, and when I get to the top of my stairs, there's like a little ladybug just sitting right at the top of my stairs in my kitchen, which is so special. Because if you don't know, ladybugs are like one of my like special things, like one of my like spiritual symbols that, you know, comes to me. So I knew that that was a sign that she was meant to be Ladybug. And yeah, it just made my life a lot easier. So if it was something you were considering, I would say still consider it. And low-key, like, I want to try the mop, because like mopping my floors is the bane of my existence. Like, my upstairs, I have the most difficult floors in the world. This was my first time like really picking out like nice flooring for a home. And I definitely learned my lesson. I would never get a shiny black floor again, because it's beautiful, but it shows every single footprint, fingerprint, paw print, just literally everything. And then my kitchen is a matte white floor, which is even worse because it just has a never-ending film of some kind. I don't even know what it is, but matte white is an absolute disaster. And yeah, I didn't think about it. I had never, you know, picked out floors like that before. So matte white floor, an absolute nightmare. Would literally never do it again. And no matter how much I mop it, it's never what it's supposed to be. And it makes me sad. So I don't know if like the robot mop would like work on my floors, but I'm like, I would love to give it a try, because like I said, that mopping is the bane of my existence. If you have a robot mop, either tweet me or like comment under one of my IG pictures or like on one of my TikToks and let me know which one you have and how you like it. because I'm very curious. Okay, enough talking about isn't being an adult fun, like enough talking about vacuums and mops. Okay, a couple more beauty related things. I struggle with hair volume, especially like my hair just falls so flat now that there's so much of it and it's just like in its natural state and it's heavy. So I struggle a lot with volume and like movement in my hair. So I tried a couple of different things. This isn't something I would do on like a regular basis, but when I know I'm gonna be like wanting to style my hair the next day, I try to remember to sleep with this roller in. But I just take this one big roller and then I just put this front section of my hair in this roller and I sleep with it. And it looks crazy. It looks wild. My friend FaceTimed me and she was like, what is going on your head? I'm like, I have a roller and I'm trying to sleep with the roller, but it does give like a little lift at the front of your hair. I know some people do this like all around their hair or like all around this area. It doesn't work for me. My hair gets like super knotted. It gets like tangled. I don't know, like my hair just doesn't like rollers. I've tried foam rollers. Foam rollers were even worse. That was even harder. But my hair just like doesn't like rollers, but this has helped. It does give me some nice, like a little bump in the front and some movement without having to use heat. So that is something that has been working for me that I've been enjoying. Again, it is something that puts tension on the hair. So since my hair is very sensitive, I don't want to be doing it all the time. But this is my current favorite thing to get like volume in the front of my hair. I noticed that like when I do this, like as soon as I take it out, if I post like a video or a story or something, people will be complimenting my hair and I'm like, it's the roller, it's all the roller. So once again, if any of you guys have tips, if you have very stubborn flat hair that doesn't like to hold any type of style, if you found something that works heatless, please let your girl know. But yeah, big roller, just a small section of my hair, and I wear it to bed. Just because really like, I want this whole area of my hair to have volume, like the whole top. But since that's not happening, I'm like, at least I'll take, you know, something going on in the front. Also hair related. This is inside out because I just used it. Microfiber hair towel. Boop, boop. I don't know how I went so long without one of these. They're just so convenient. Like you put your hair in it. It has little like buttons and a piece of elastic so you just can twist all your hair up, and it really does help your hair dry faster and just like absorb more of the moisture. I used to use like a cotton t-shirt, which worked really well too, but this definitely works better. It stays on my head better. My hair gets less knotted, really soft material. You can get these so many places. I got this one on Amazon because I had to get one that was a little bit longer than the one that I was using, because then my hair was getting knotty because I was having to like fold it up into the towel. So definitely make sure that you check the measurements and get one that's like longer than your hair length. Okay, last couple things. Just a quick mention, like nail shape of the era is XL square. Because I go through so many phases with my nail shapes. Hence like why I started my Etsy shop. But once I realized I was allergic to acrylics and gel, I had to start like making my own press-ons. So I've kind of had to like evolve with the trends and also just like my own interests. I know like the long nails are like going out now, but I don't care because I love them and they feel very me. But yeah, first I was like rocking like the short pointed nails for a long time. Then I moved on to like the long pointed nails. Then I was rocking coffin nails for a long time, which I still do, you know, sometimes. Then I was rocking sort of longer square nails. And then recently I've just been like on the full like XL, I guess 2XL square. But nails are so fun. And I had to add the shape to my Etsy store because I was like, gotta share. And I've also been experimenting with like doing like new designs and French and stuff like that. So it's been a fun little, my God, my hair looks, it's been a fun little exploration trying new nail stuff and experimenting with like rhinestones and like nail charms and stuff like that. It's just hard because like I am a hairstylist, so if it's a week I'm working a lot, I gotta say bye-bye to the rhinestones and charms because they gonna be long gone. Okay, my last favorites. This is probably gonna sound like corny or cliche or whatever, but like it's reality. Stretching. I have developed like a stretching routine that I really like, and I try to stretch like head to foot, you know what I mean? And I really try to make sure it's something that I make time for every day. Of course, like life happens, sometimes you're in a rush, whatever, you can't do it every single day, but it's like so important. I like when I was a cheerleader in like middle school or whatever, I was stretching frequently because like it's something you have to do when you're, you know, doing that sport. But I like just, I stopped stretching, and even though I was like working out, I was doing very minimal, like not the type of stretching I should have been. It was such quick, like cursory stretching. It was truly just the bare minimum, because I knew I had to stretch before working out. But I'm like, man, I'm having too much like aches and pains and cracks and stuff like that for a young person. Like I need to start taking better care of my body, and like just working out for me like clearly was not enough. Like I needed to start like actually stretching like consciously and taking into consideration like what I need to be stretching. And now when I don't stretch, like I don't feel good. Like I love stretching. I need to stretch. It's such an important part of my like morning routine now. I start with neck rolls, and it always cracks every time. And then I do shoulders, then I do arms, then I do back. I lean this way, stretch my back out, lean that way, then I touch my toes, and then I get down on the floor and do all my like floor stretches. You know, I put my legs out and I touch this foot, and then I touch this foot, and then I twist and I do my back, and then I get down and then I stretch all of my muscles, and it's just so nice. And my goal at the end is to be able to do a split, because I've never been able to do a split. Like even when I was a cheerleader and stretching and all that stuff, it was just, yeah, I've never been able to do one. So I feel like once I get there, I will be like at my limber goals. So I hope that I can, because I feel like, I don't know if I'm even capable of doing one. I don't know if having like scoliosis and lordosis plays into doing a split. I feel like it shouldn't, but you never know, because like back problems affect like so many more things than you would think they affect. But anyway, I feel really good stretching. I feel good like mentally and physically from stretching. And again, it's a random favorite, but it's real. Like I said, I keep saying it. It's random, but it's real. So yeah, take care of yourself, whatever that looks like for you. And I think that's it. So yeah, not the most unique and exciting favorites in the world, but hopefully, you know, kept you company nonetheless. And maybe you got something from this. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you're gonna try something. All of that would make me very happy. Okay, that's it. Until next time, MJ out.